Hey there, happy Thursday. I can't believe this week has flown by so fast. Like, I don't know about you, but it just seems like we're like mid-February and it's like this year is already at a flyby capacity. Like it's really like going, it's flying by so fast. Sometimes I feel like I can't keep up. I wanted to come to you live again today because, this week I've been really talking about finding the importance of finding your why, right? Like finding our life goals, finding like ourself, our purpose, what we want for our lives. And yesterday I talked about it. I talked about the importance of finding your why and took you through a little exercise because knowing your why, like the what is the easy part, like knowing what you want, because we all know what we want and we all kind of know what we don't want. Well, maybe actually you don't really know what you want because you haven't really figured out what your why is yet, like the purpose behind that desire, right? But when you find your why, it'll help guide you when you take inspired action to achieve any goal that you set for yourself. And today I want to lean in and talk about the importance of community because that is a really big piece to finding your why. Hi, I'm Leslie Gadet, and I'm a mindset and emotional awareness coach for women. I help my clients achieve self-awareness around their emotional triggers through shifting their mindset so they can make better decisions when they respond, which allows them to bring more balance, peace, and harmony into their life. Now, you probably noticed that I changed up my title a little bit, and I'll tell you why. You see, one of the things that I did last year was I went on a major mindset quest because I was really like interested in this topic of how our belief systems, like learning about mindset, what it is, and the beliefs around that we put so much stock in, right? So what is mindset? Just real quick. Mindset is our set of beliefs, right? And those beliefs are things that we have our belief around experiences that we've gone through. Most of the time they're learned experiences through being a child and the things that we go through because, you're born to learn, and you learn through your own personal experiences, through the lens of watching other people, how they respond to specific things. And then you pick up on those things and those can become your own beliefs. In fact, they can even be passed on, generational beliefs, right? Like your generation before, your parents, your grandparents, they could have had a specific set of beliefs about how to live your life, where you live. Like, for example, my generation, or actually I should say my parents, let's go back a generation before that, would go through life believing that you went to school. Well, pretty much I think from my mom's generation, it was really like you got married young, you had children, mom stayed at home, raised the kids, and dad went to work and provided for the family. That's generational. And that belief could be passed down to the next generation, right? Believing that that's what the woman does or that's what the man does, right? Then you fast forward to my generation. And of course, with my generation, my parents, my mom, and a lot of people who are in my generation understand this, that our parents went through that whole, all of the civil rights and the women's lib and all of those things and women's rights. And so then women started going out into the workforce, and they then started to instill in their kids, like you could both be whatever you wanted. Like you didn't have to like fit in this box, this norm, right? And so your parents said, okay, well, this is what they're telling you now. I want you to believe this. You go to school, you finish school, you go to college or university, whatever that is, you get a degree, you get a job with that degree, and you stay there until you retire. So you stay there till you retire, then you can live your life, right? Going beyond that. That was my generation. But now my generation is now taking it a step further with our kids. Well, I don't have any, but now we're saying, okay, you can go to school, take a couple years off if you need to find yourself, go out into the world and learn and grow and see what it is that you want to be. And I love that. I think that's amazing. In fact, I was, not to get off topic too quickly, too long, but a friend of mine became a lawyer and invited me to come see him get sworn in. And what I loved about the person who was the president of the Canadian Bar Association, this was in Canada, that the president said, you don't have to stay at the firm that you articled at. You don't have to stay in the same field of law that you're working at right now. You can go out, look for your niche, decide what you want to do with your law degree. I thought that was amazing. I've never heard that before. So getting back to it, right? Finding your why, really important. And so that's why I went on this mindset quest, and I wanted to understand, okay, the set of beliefs, what we've grown up to believe, whether it's generational, whether it's passed on, whether it's our own experiences or watching through the eyes of through the lens of watching how other people react. And those things in turn will influence our thoughts, which dictate the words we speak and the actions we take. And so that's mindset. And so I wanted to lean into that because I thought, well, this is really important. In order for us to be able to handle those trigger moments, we have to understand our belief systems, because sometimes we're actually responding to specific things based on our beliefs around a specific type of trigger. So that's why I decided to get right into mindset work and around the emotional piece. And so I have incorporated that into my practice. So anyways, getting back to today's topic, community. I really wanted to talk about community because I feel that community is really super important. We were made to be with each other. We were not born to live our lives alone. We pair up for a reason, right? We're better together. We fare better together. And so I believe we need to fight for community. We need a solid foundation of being there for each other. But now let's take it a little step further. So you're thinking, okay, yeah, I want community and I want a better world. But if you're looking for things to be different in your world, in the world that you're living in, that you're traversing, that you're going through every day, you first need to be the change that you're seeking. So let me repeat that. If you're looking for things to be different in your world, then you must first be the change that you are seeking. Because what you put out into the world is what gets reflected back to you. That means that if you are reflecting a negative attitude, then that will come back at you in kind. Let's look at social media, right? If you're on social media scrolling and you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to get into this conversation. It's negative. And yeah, I hate that person. And oh yeah, you're right. Politics and all of that stuff. You get drawn into that rabbit hole. You go down that rabbit hole. What you're reflecting out into the world is that negative vibe. It's going to come back at you. Who you are is how the world is going to show up for you and the things that come to you, right? Now, if you're looking for a positive change in your world, again, you have to be the first one to take the first positive step. I recently had the pleasure of watching an amazing masterclass led by Vishen Lakhiani of Mindvalley. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's really amazing. And he was talking about goal setting. And one of the things he touched on was the mastery of self, learning, growing, and becoming that which we're meant to become. And in this masterclass, Vishen talked about how the universe doesn't give you what you want. It gives you who you are. Like that, I don't know, that just resonated with me because it's true. Like what I was saying, going back to what you put out into the world gets reflected back to you. Now, if that didn't wake you up, let me say it this way. If you want change in your world, then you must be the change that you're looking for. And the universe or the world will bend to reflect that back to you. Will reflect your reality, will be reflected back to you. So if you're looking for change, real change, positive change, you have got to be the first one to take the first step. Because only you can control what you do and what you say. And so that's why I really feel like mindset is so important in this aspect, because your belief systems are usually what's going to dictate how you think and how you say things and how you react to things and what you do. In the words of Mahatma Gandhi, I think I said I hope I didn't murder his name, but his first name, I mean, Gandhi, you must be the change you want to see in the world. So if you want to step into your greatest journey yet, the journey to the best version of you, and you're looking for a community of like-minded women who support, uplift, and encourage one another, then click on the link that I'm going to put in the comments after the live, because I'm not able to do that for whatever reason. I can't comment when I go through StreamYard. I'll have to figure that out. But if you click on the link in the comments to join my group, then I think this would be a great place for you to see how women in this particular area are actually starting to lean in and support one another. And I go live with trainings. I bring in guests. I interview some really amazing guests, coaches, some people that are really, they've done a lot with, whether it's with mindset, finances, you name it, I bring it in. Now, the disclaimer is you must be a woman and you must be willing to extend support as you receive support. So if you're looking for that community, a place to be seen and heard and supported, then I'm going to put the link in the comments below. And I hope to see you there. I am going to be actually going live with a live training next Wednesday, the 24th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to be talking about understanding your triggers and emotional intelligence and how that plays into it. So if you're interested, I will make sure that I also put that into the comments so that you are, well, actually, you have to join the group in order to do that. So when you do that, make sure you click on the link, join the group, and then go into the events tab, click on that you're going so you don't miss getting prompted with reminders of the upcoming event. I'm Melissa Gadet, and I'm a mindset and emotional awareness coach for women. I help my clients achieve self-awareness around their emotional triggers through shifting their mindset so they can make better decisions when they respond, which allows them to bring more balance, peace, and harmony into their life. Remember to navigate your day with an attitude of gratitude, because with the right attitude, it will put you in the right mindset. And again, like I said, mindset is key. It helps us to decide how we are going to respond to those triggers. And you'll be able in a better position to deal with those roadblocks and curveballs that life throws in our way. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Talk to you soon.